All right, everyone. So I'm going to be making a food pantry meal. Basically, the ground beef is from the food pantry, the cheeses, the other stuff that we had on hand. So this is just an idea of how to use your food pantry items, specifically your ground beef. So I have a half a pound of ground beef here. So this is going to be another 2 meal night. This is for Glenn, and I'll be making my own bacon cheeseburgers. So for this meal, this is going to be pizza burgers. And I know when you think of pizza burgers, most of it is like pasta sauce and mozzarella cheese. Glenn's version of pizza burgers, and this is something he ate way before I even got here. Um, Ground beef, horseradish mustard, chili sauce, shredded cheese, mushrooms, and onions. So what I'm going to do is mix together the ground beef, some horseradish mustard, and about little less than half a jar of chili sauce, because you don't want your ground beef to get so mushy from all the juices that are going in there. This is 85/15, so it's not going to create a ton of grease. So that's good. You want a low fat ground beef when you make these. Otherwise, it's going to saturate the rolls that they're going to sit on and cook on. All right, so and then I'm going to mix in the ground beef, like I said, horseradish mustard, chili sauce, and onions. And then I'm going to put them on rolls, and then I'm going to top it with mushrooms and shredded cheese. And this is going to bake in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, so we're going to get started and mixing this stuff up. And it's been a while since I made these, but I do believe I mush it all up by hand. All right, so I'm going to put some horseradish mustard in here. And normally, when I used to make these, I used to use the whole pound of ground beef, but, and you can freeze the leftover meat for another time, but we're just going to go ahead and split up a pound of ground beef, and this should make him about 3 or 4 pizza burgers. All right, so as I said, we're going to use a little less than half a bottle of chili sauce. And then we're going to throw in the onions. And just mix it all together. Now, of course, if you don't want your hands all messy, just wear some gloves. But I just wash my hands, that's all. I don't think it's a big deal. You just want to make sure it's all mixed up together pretty good. Probably put a little bit more horseradish mustard. This is really easy to make. Obviously, you can see what it takes. It's just like mixing up something for meatloaf or something. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw some pepper in here. So just a review on this ghost pepper cheese that we received from the pantry. He said it doesn't have a lot of hot, like spicy taste. especially with all the hot stuff in it, jalapeno, habanero, ghost peppers. And it could be because every time he has something else hot in the food. But we're going to use this, if anything, just to use it up. So just a review on that. All right, so that's pretty mixed up, pretty good. And now I'm going to put this aside and bring on the rolls that we're going to spread it on. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the pizza burgers, and I have 2 rolls, and these are just those hard rolls that we get all the time that Glenn likes to eat sandwiches with. So if I cut the roll in half, that's 2 pizza burgers right there. So he would like to have 3 tonight. All right, so this one can go back in the package because from the looks of it, he's going to have some leftovers there. So he can probably have some tomorrow as well. All right, so now we're just going to top these with the ground beef mixture. Okay, so we're just going to smear this ground beef on the roll to your liking of thickness. I'll put a little bit more. All right. All right. So that'll be enough for tonight. He'll probably most likely eat 2 right away, and then maybe if he gets hungry later on, he'll eat another. But this is what's left over, so I'm guessing that'll be probably 2 if he wants them for lunch tomorrow. All right, so now I don't want to put the cheese on right away because it'll probably get too hard if you bake it for like 30 to 40 minutes. But I can put the mushrooms on right away. And I cut them up so they're a little smaller pieces. And I'm actually glad he's having this because that uses up all the mushrooms I had in that container that goes in the fridge. I don't like to keep that stuff in the fridge too long, just so we're sure it gets used up. So this is a good way to use it up because that container is now empty. Now if he has some for lunch tomorrow, we have another can that we can open up. I think it's a smaller can, so that's probably good. One thing I don't like is putting stuff in containers and leaving it in the fridge for a long time because one, you either forget it's there, it gets buried or something. I don't know about you, but and if you leave it in there too long, then chances are it's going to get moldy. And so this way, used up everything I had in the fridge for mushrooms, so that's good. All right, so now all I got to do is put it in the oven for, well, 30 to 40 minutes. So about 20 minutes, I'm going to take it out and put the cheese on top of the mushrooms. All right, and then just basically let it cook until the meat is all cooked up and the cheese is all melted. All right, so these are Glenn's versions of pizza burgers, and let me get them in the oven. All right, everyone. So here are the pizza burgers. It's been about 40 minutes or so, so they are done. Just the thing about this cheese, it's not a great melting cheese. As you can see, it doesn't melt. It just turns brown. But on top, it didn't turn brown really. It just didn't melt. So just a word about that cheese. He used to put like a slice of Swiss cheese on here, and it melted really good, but he wants the shredded cheese on there. And so there are pizza burgers. So just an idea of what you can do with your ground beef. I changed my mind. I'm not going to record my meal because it's simple. I've done it plenty of times. I was going to make myself bacon cheeseburgers, but I changed my mind. I'm going to have tacos. And so, yeah, that's going to do it for this meal.